Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Tracy. We dabble in a lot of things, activewear related, of course. With that being said, let's just hop right in. No intros needed. Like I mentioned, because I dabble, I like to shop all different activewear brands and kind of test things out, try them out for you guys, and give y'all my honest, raw opinion about everything. But I haven't shopped at Gymshark in a very long time. No particular reason. My style just has changed over time and I don't really see myself gravitating towards Gymshark that much anymore, which is fine. That happens. But guys, whenever they announced the new Gymshark x Lori Harvey collaboration, they marketed the crap out of it. And something that I've seen about Gymshark, especially more recently as they continue to just scale massively, there are a couple of drops and collections that they don't really talk about as often, but the ones that they do, they talk about it very extensively. Tangent aside, I picked up a couple pieces from their collection to review for you guys, and I'm super excited to dive into this because I already did open a couple of these and I had a lot of opinions, to say the least. With that being said, let's get started. Before I jump into this beautiful rose brown color that I'm wearing, I have a bone to pick with Gymshark and its marketing and how this collection was advertised versus what I actually got. This collection was very buttery soft, smooth to the touch, very much for yoga, Pilates, for your rest days, for the athleisure outfits that you just want to slip on and have it feel very second skin, naked-like, to just run out the door and feel comfortable wearing all day. And that was also very silky and smooth to the touch. So with that kind of description, what I'm thinking is along the more traditional lines of a brushed type of fabric, maybe even double brushed fabric. Historically, let's say for Lululemon, because they pretty much coined the term buttery soft, and every descendant brand that came after that described their buttery soft fabrics as a Lululemon-like feel. So whenever you hear Gymshark say buttery soft and its athletes say buttery soft, I'm just thinking brushed fabric. This is anything but that. This is definitely not buttery soft. It is not brushed at all. Not that anybody has said that it was brushed, but they did use the term buttery soft and that it was for all these things that, you know, typically people wear this type of brushed fabric, second skin type fabric for. And I was just in shock whenever I opened this package because I would not wear this to yoga. I would not wear this to Pilates. It's quite literally a performance Nike Pro type of fabric. Like when you think Nike Pro, this is what you would have in mind. I don't know how else to describe this other than the fact that it is very slippery, very sleek. It seems like it would be very moisture wicking just because that's what I imagine this feeling type of fabric to do. It also will not catch any dog hairs whatsoever, will not pill whatsoever. So whenever I say with a thumbnail and with my title of the video being, this is not what I expected, it literally is the opposite of what I expected. I don't know if it's in a bad way yet because the pieces, as I'm standing here wearing them, they do feel really good, but this is not something that I would wear athleisurely or on a rest day or to yoga, especially not yoga at all. Like this is a high performing type of fabric with the experience that I personally have seen with trying on so many different types of activewear. So there's that. That aside, I hope that that description and mini rant gave you guys a good insight as to what this material actually feels like. We are moving on. I want to talk about this top that I'm wearing. It is the Elevate Longline sports bra, and you guys would be surprised to know that this is not the one piece. It's not. It's literally a top and bottom because this bra is literally like the longest Longline bra I've ever tried on, by the way. I'm like, geez guys, this whole waistband is like the size of my freaking hand. I don't know why it's so freaking long for. If we step a little bit closer, like just looking at it, it's very aesthetically pleasing. Has this ruched in the middle to separate the girls, built-in cup pads with padding that comes with it as well. This kind of reminds me of the ruched training sports bra silhouette with the ruching detail here, all the way down to the neckline and thin straps as well. But obviously this one has the long line band right here that's also double lined, by the way, so there's no seam that's digging in or anything until you get right underneath the underbust of the bra itself, but it's not uncomfortable at all. I would definitely say that this is a medium, a solid medium support on me. With me wearing my true size small, I was really surprised that there was a little bit of bunching down here. Like I tried to kind of smooth everything out, and I don't know if that's just the design of the sports bra, but because of the seam right here, whenever I just stood naturally, it just kind of sagged down a little bit. Even though it does that, the straps don't dig in at all, which I'm really surprised by. So the back of the sports bra, the two straps are not adjustable, but they do meet at the very back, and then at the bottom it kind of fans back out with this little ruched detailing that kind of meets at the bottom of the longer line band. I like the little ruched detailing type of touches. It looks very feminine. Overall though, I would definitely say that this bra is true to size. I'm not spilling out on the sides or anything. It's not digging in on the sides or anything either. It has pretty decent coverage underneath, so that way it's not digging into my armpit. This minimal branding is Chef's friggin' kiss. I've seen so many other people wear this bra as a shorter line bra as well. And because the bra does have that double lining underneath the waistband, it's really easy to just tuck up and you don't feel like anything's digging in. This is so cute. I love it. I just wish that it was a little bit shorter because I feel like it's literally turning into a one piece once you actually pair it with the matching leggings, just because the Longline bra itself is just so long. It kind of covers your whole torso, which if you want that, then, you know, do you. But for me, I like to have a little midsection showing, and because I also have a very, very short torso, all tops that meet my pant line just make me look like a tree stump because of my short torso, which is why I prefer crop tops all the time. I prefer bras that are very short lined all the time. Otherwise, the bra is very comfortable. I do really like it, and I can definitely see myself wearing this to the gym, like, for sure. Next up, we have the Elevate leggings, also in the color rose brown in an extra small. I looked up the inseam for these leggings and it looks like they are a 25.5-inch inseam across all the sizes. So whenever I first saw this collection, it actually reminded me a lot of the Vitality Cloud leggings. I'm very much used to the tapered waist seam right here that kind of goes all the way up, which really kind of accentuates your waistline a little bit more. And with a high waist, it just was really similar, which is why I gravitated to this collection. With that being said, yeah, features that tapered waistband, but it kind of hits my pelvic bone right where the seam hits. Very high-waisted, my belly button sits right here, and the waistband is also double lined, so there is no harsh seam that's digging in or anything other than this seam right here. Has no front seam, so there's no camel whatsoever. If we turn to the back, that's where things get interesting because that's where the party's supposed to be starting, but the party actually ends right there because they literally, I don't know why they stopped with the front. Like if they put this taper in the back, that'd be sick. Like if we had a curved glute seam, but it's literally straight across. I feel like we've evolved so much over the past couple years. Like we stopped with the front seams, great. We now have tapered waistbands, great. I feel like we really did something with the back here, but it's just not here. So I can't really pull this up my glutes like how I usually do. Like it physically can't go up there without it creating a camel toe in the front. So these look to be squat proof on me, and I am wearing just a dark colored thong. Whenever I squat, I'll squat in the front for you guys to see too, but there's a lot of fabric bunching here, and leggings that are supposed to be advertised as very second skin feeling, these don't sit on my skin at all. Like whenever I pull these leggings up, I expect it to kind of fit and hug every natural curve of my body, but there's actually some like looseness right here, like this part where it's starting to come, you know, to my crotch. This bulges out. It doesn't stick to my skin. So with that being said, whenever I squat, there's just excess fabric that's like chilling right there that's very loose, and I think that you guys can even see that. So not very flattering on me personally. I don't like how these fit on me. I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to hike leggings up my booty crack, and that's fine. And if that's the case, I would just prefer for this to be a tapered glute seam instead of straight across. But otherwise, it does have a seam to separate the cheeks. The leggings are comfortable. It's just not something that I would prefer personally, just because I don't even like this material per se, the super slinky, slippery feeling type of fabric. So there's that. Next up, we have the Elevate cycling shorts in Lakeside blue spray dye. So this is really unique because they used a spray dye type of technique, which makes every single piece unique. So love that. And this color is just really, really pretty as a whole. It has an 8-inch inseam, which is really, really long for me. But other than that, details are the exact same from the Elevate leggings, where it has that tapered waistband seam right here, as well as the double lined waistband. So there's no digging in whatsoever. Sits very high-waisted on me. The seams down here, they don't dig in too much, but as you can see, like from my quads, there is a little bit of digging in still, but it's nothing too crazy where it's gonna bother me. I actually don't mind that shorts have a little bit of dig. I would prefer that rather than shorts that just have zero compression down here at all, just because it has a tendency to really ride up. But if we turn to the back, same thing. They couldn't just take this and put it back here. It's just a straight across seam with a glute seam separating the cheeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and hike these up like how I would usually hike them up, just to show y'all what it does to the back, because it isn't flattering in a way that I like them to be at all. And of course, the more you pull it up, the more it's going to dig in a little bit. Now it's hiked up my cheeks. There's a little bit of excess fabric at the top here to where there's even air, guys. I kind of feel a breeze up here with how loose it is. It's just not sticking to my body like how leggings on me usually fit. By the way, this color is squat proof on me. Now that I kind of look back at it, I'm like, okay, they look decent, but it's just that I know over time with me squatting and then just like not not caring about them. There's material that's gonna just sit there loosely like how they literally are doing right now. Listen, whenever I bought the fit, I really thought that these two colors would go well together, and then now having them on, I realized that they're literally completely different colors. This is the Elevate, what is this called? The Elevate woven jacket in the coin gray spray dye. Coin gray spray dye. Like, tongue twister, say that 3 friggin' times. This is my first time trying this jacket. I don't know what I was expecting, but whenever I held the actual package itself, it was so lightweight, very much a feathery type of fit. Feels like you're wearing absolutely nothing. And it's also this waffle type of fabric as well that just lightweight to the touch, almost feels kind of delicate, but I know that it's not. I don't know when I would ever wear this, maybe as just a layering piece. I actually really like this jacket. It features these not crazy oversized sleeves, but they're definitely on the bigger side. You can see that there's some stitching right there, kind of near the elbow as well. It has this elastic going at the bottom to kind of cinch your waist in. It also has these hidden pockets, which I really like because from far away, you can't really see them since they're kind of hidden in the jacket, but I love that about these jackets. I really am surprised at how much I like this jacket just because I don't usually gravitate towards things like this, but because it's so lightweight, even as I'm standing here in the friggin' sun, I don't feel too crazy, you know? If we turn to the back, nothing crazy. It's a very simple bag, has the same tie-dye. I kind of wish that it had a hood just because this little neckline is kind of awkward, but it's not squeezing me in or digging in or anything like that, so it's not uncomfortable, but overall, I like it a lot. All right, next up, guys. Next up, before I put this on, I'm gonna show you guys this picture of Annalise because Annalise wore this asymmetrical tank in just, you know, black, and she looked fire. She looked so good. I never wear full-length tanks because, like I said, my torso is just really short. Shirts that just meet the midline of my bottoms exactly or go over them just makes me look like a tree stump. It makes me look very short because I have a short torso. I just know what looks good on me, all right? So seeing Annalise wear this asymmetric tank, I was like, oh my God, she looks so good that it's actually convincing me to buy this tank and try it out for myself. I picked up this asymmetric tank in the color cement brown. It is beautiful. The color is gorgeous. I love like the taupey type of colorway. I feel like now that we see Whitney Simmons' wedding, it's giving very much like Whitney Simmons colorway, you know, from her wedding and everything, just because this is such like a beautiful muted type of nude color. It's also very, very breathable, stretchy, and soft. It has this amazing 4-way stretch. It's a really nice friggin' tank, and I was really surprised. And at the bottom here, as you can see, it is this like asymmetric type of waistline where the shorter side kind of like cinches your waist a little bit and then flares out to just really accentuate your waist. And then the back here, the seam is really interesting where it just kind of curves where the longer seam is for the tank. So let's put this on and we can cry about it. I don't know, guys. Maybe it's just because I needed to size down, just because it's that stretchy and soft, but this just screams muscle tank with a little bit of like, you know, that's all it's giving on me. It's just giving gym bro muscle tank with a little bit of flare at the bottom. It just fits me so weird. The tank itself is just so thick with the little straps and everything, and it just is very loose on me. Like I said, it might just be because I got a size small, which is, to be fair, my normal size. So how would I know to get an extra small? I just got my normal size. I don't know, I just expected myself to look like this. And I didn't look like Annalise, and I was just so heartbroken because it's just very loose down here. If it was like this, oh my goodness, I feel like that'd be so hot, right? But alas, no, that's not what we're getting. We're getting men's muscle tee with a little bit of you know? So there's that. The Gymshark logo is right up here. And again, it's this tonal type of situation. And if we turn to the back, she's giving, you know, like it kind of cinches you in the back a little bit to show just a little bit of booty, but nothing too crazy just because it is obviously a full-length tank. But other than that, the back is just very simple, nothing too crazy to see here. I really, really do wish for this to be a little bit more true to size, I guess. And I feel like it could have been my favorite piece out of this entire collection had it fit me a little bit better, because I really, really like the fabric of this. Okay, last but not least, guys, we have the Elevate all-in-one in black. And look, I have never worn a onesie in my entire life. It's just not a trend that I got down with, you know what I'm saying? So this is the first ever one piece that I have tried on. And let me just say, y'all did something with this one piece because I feel like they just combined the Elevate Longline bra because it still has the same silhouette, has the under bust type of seam, and obviously the Longline portion, which kind of is like the bra and the leggings waistband all in one because there is that taper right here that really mimics the waistband of the leggings and the cycling shorts as well. In terms of length, like it definitely still has that 8-inch inseam. I just went ahead and hiked it up just because that's how I like my shorts to be, and it's just much more flattering back there as well. But overall, it's not digging in anywhere that it's not supposed to be digging in. The waistband seam actually sits at the top of my pelvic bone, which if y'all remember from the shorts and the leggings, this waistband seam actually sat on my pelvic bone. So this is such a much more flattering type of shape to have for the one piece. This does not come with any padding at all, and I can't feel anything on the sides to where you would be able to insert pads either, but that's fine because this is literally black, and if you got one of the tie-dye prints, then it kind of masks it up anyway if you're worried about your nips or anything like that. But overall, super flattering in the front, and if we turn to the back, guys, what? This is so flattering! Okay, I love the scoop detail. I love that it goes a little bit too low, but nothing too scandalous, too crazy at all. I did wish that it had a glute seam because it doesn't have any type of seam down here at all. It's just kind of like a domed seam more than anything. The glute seam is sitting right up there just because I pulled the leggings portion up and whatnot. I think one thing that people always complain about whenever it comes to one pieces is that there's a little bit of gaping right here where the lowest part of your back meets your glutes, but for me, it actually sits there quite flush and really, really nice. So there are seams on the side of the sports bra to where it is holding on. It's not digging in at all, which is really nice, and it's not gonna slide off either. And I feel like it's high enough to where I wouldn't say that it's necessarily conservative, but it's not too like revealing either. I don't know what I would wear this with just because, like I said, I have never worn a one piece before. I had to adjust my little like thong or whatever earlier so that way the lines wouldn't show through, and I had to like take this down, freaking shove my hand down there, and then like put this back on, and my whole boobs were out, and I'm like, yeah, this is not the move. Like, why do people wear one pieces? Because it's just so not functional at all, but it is cute. So final thoughts about the GYMSHARK Elevate Collection x Lori Harvey. A lot of opinions, a lot of thoughts. I think I was just shell shocked that the material that I thought this wasn't actually what I got, and it's just more so of this really smooth, silky performance material that's also very like slippery and whatnot. So that type of material is just something that I'm not, one, used to, or two, gravitate to. Feeling the pieces, they are really nice. I feel like there are obviously a couple things that I noted, but overall, I do love the colors. I love the concepts, and everything was just screaming me just because I love me some good neutrals. If this is something that you gravitate to, then obviously take what I say with a grain of salt because otherwise I did like the collection. So with that being said, guys, that wraps up this video. The next YouTube video that I'm gonna be posting is a very, very exciting announcement, something that I have been manifesting for so many years now and was just so untouchable until it actually happened. It's a dream of mine to be able to work with this brand, and it wouldn't be possible without you, your support. If you're sitting here watching my video, just very excited for that video. But anywho, if you liked this video, let's talk about the present. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, comment down below what your favorite piece was, and subscribe if you haven't already for more videos coming your way so soon, especially with Black Friday coming up. Y'all already know I got y'all with all the details that y'all need to know. So there's a lot of fun videos coming up for the rest of this year. So buckle up and get ready for the ride because we're just getting started, baby. With that being said, let's just wrap up this video. I will talk to you guys later. Until then, peace.